everybody. Welcome back to the World of Movie Melee. I am your host, Caleb Coho, and tonight we have ourselves a face-off between two teams in the division. The former champions, Kumite, coming back. Jake and Bill just one step away from the title in Act 4, fell to the eventual champions back to Formula, while tonight they take on a team that they themselves will tell you shouldn't be here, Tequila Mockingbird. Joe and Alex have had a really good season. They're 4-2. They made a really strong run through the summer. They're the rookie team that did the best in the tournament starting out, and here they are finding themselves against probably the hardest team they've had to play yet. So this will be an interesting one. Joe and Alex are going to underestimate themselves. Jake and Bill looking for revenge and getting back into the swing of things for themselves, getting them back on a title trajectory. Going to be fun to see. Normally, you'd see Joe and Jake back in like a Fandom days, you'd be like, oh, shoot, that's going to be really good. And in Melee, these guys on an even footing in teams right now, which is really cool. And Alex, I'm happy to see him. I love Alex to death. We're going to go ahead and let these guys talk in their pre-match interviews. They wanted to go first. Joe and Alex, Tequila Mockingbird. Alex, before we even start, I haven't seen you in a hot second, so it's nice to see you.
It's good to see you.
How are you guys doing? Are you excited to be back?
You said like Tequila Mockingbird, you're higher ranked. Do you want to go first or second? And I had to check the universe I was in.
That's right.
How?
Hey,
I'm trying to remember the last team you played. Actually,
it's while you check that, it's really weird because in our last loss, they were like, well, I guess this is the end of your season, and we were like, fair. We got more matches than we ever thought was ever going to happen. And then they're like, all right, you got one more. And we were like, I was putting on my holiday weight and moving. And now we have to get to do this.
Last time you guys were around, it was a 2-point loss to the Penitential Pass, who went on to face Bring Out Your Dead in the Contender. So definitely a bit of a buzzsaw you ran into on that run. But you guys have beaten a lot of solid teams. Now you play Kumite. We'll wish you the best of luck. All right, Kumite, you guys came real close to taking out the current champions back to Formula, one step away. You're here playing Tequila Mockingbird. How you guys feeling?
Still thankful it's not Fandom, personally, because that would have been horrific. Jake, how you feeling? How's that Cox full of internet doing for you, bud?
I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, maybe 2 years ago would have been okay if this was a Fandom match, but yeah, not anymore. No, I feel good. Obviously, this season has been kind of a mixed bag for us, starting off really well and then having 2 really tough losses to eventual champions. So I'm coming into this one, kind of like Coho said, looking to kind of get back in the swing of things, refresh a little bit. I'm not taking these guys for granted at all. Like after what happened with the dearly departed Brethren Court, can't take anything for granted anymore. Hey guys. So yeah, I'm excited to get this one started. Let's do it.
Absolutely. So we'll get right into it. Round number 1 works like this. You guys are going to be answering 8 questions from 8 different areas within the realm of general movie trivia. Should you get all 8 questions correct, it'll be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule. Any questions as we get to round number 1?
Nope.
All right. And we will get right into it with your first question, which comes in the category of animation. Jenny Slate voices the titular character in what 2020's animated film? You may see some cameos from my fur children who are running around here. They decided to get energy as soon as the record button was hit. So Chip and Suki might come running through here. Who knows? Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Jake.
Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
We'll go to Joe.
Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
We will go to Bill.
My favorite movie from that year, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On.
And Alex.
Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
Marcel the Shell with shoes on is correct. Clean sweep across the board as we get to your second question, which comes in the category of action/adventure. What is Val Kilmer's character's call sign in Top Gun? First movie, good. Second movie, perfection. Great film. Used to host a podcast back.
Third
in the day.
film doesn't exist.
Not yet. It will.
Not a thing that happened.
Used to host a podcast back in the day. Favorite segment, is it better than talking about? So my favorite segment for all the best picture winners.
He started talking, and I was like, I know where he's going with this.
Hands down. Top Gun Maverick, better than every best picture winner. We're going to go to Joe.
Iceman.
We're going to go to Bill.
Is it better than Traffic? I don't know. Iceman.
We're going to go to Alex.
Iceman.
And we're going to go to Jake.
Iceman.
Iceman is correct. 4-4 here as we get to your third question in the category of directors.
Oh, no.
Who directed House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects?
Oh,
I'm
no.
usually pretty good at
Bridget.
hiding the Minnesota, North Dakota accent. Like, I don't have one that's that thick. And then I'll say the word, like, house, and it comes out like a just...
Okay, Mystery Science Theory used to make Minnesota jokes all the time because they're from that area. So do you say, can I have a lend of something out there? Do you got, okay, I don't know, there's some kind of
That's
regional joke thing? All right.
No, that's not real.
Okay.
I grew up there. No.
Yeah. Maybe that was more Wisconsin. I don't know. So.
Maybe. Wisconsin's weird.
They
5.
do stuff.
Oh, because Minnesota's the fucking cultural hotbed.
1. That's done. We'll start with Bill.
Rob Zombie.
We're going to go to Alex.
Rob Zombie.
We're going to go to Jake.
Rob Zombie.
And Joe.
Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombie is correct. We have all 4 players still perfect through 3 as we get to your fourth question in the category of comedy. In Airplane, what type of food causes food poisoning? Joe smirking because his article is what I read literally 5 seconds before I came on today, and the rule is you have to pronounce it with the exclamation point.
It's an unwritten rule.
I read it. Dating the video, it literally came out today. But I read it right before. I was like, yes, so I'll say it. Fellow co-host of the Picture This podcast in the back, Annalise Spence, says, should have won Best Picture. Top Gun Maverick. Correct. 5, 4, 3.
I feel the same way about New York Ninja, so don't feel bad.
Hands down. We will go to Alex first.
I said fish.
We'll go to Jake.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 50-50 shot. Fish.
We'll go to Joe.
Yes, I remember. I had lasagna. Fish.
God damn it, I was going to make that joke.
But
It's fish.
Fish is correct for the clean sweep once again as we get to your 5th question of the round in the category of comic book movies.
Oh, okay.
Who plays Top Dollar's right-hand man Grange in 1994's The Crow? I had like a momentary thing the other day where I was like recounting comic movies that came out this year. I was like, oh shit, forgot. They remade this movie. Forgot it came out. It exists. I was like, oh, fair enough. Forgot that's a thing. 5, 4, 3,
No.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Jake.
I don't know either. I just guessed Keith David.
We'll go to Joe.
Either him or this is the guy that played Top Dollar, Tony Todd.
We'll go to Bill.
It is Tony Todd. I wrote Michael Wilcott. I got the wrong person.
Yeah, he's
And we'll go to Alex.
Said Billy Zane.
Tony Todd is correct. So with that, Joe's the only one remaining perfect through 5. As we get to your 6th question in the category of musicals.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
In The Nightmare Before Christmas, Jack refers to the leader of Christmastown by what name? Appropriate for the theming for the season. Not quite for when the video comes out, but oh well. Maybe. I don't know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We will go to Joe first.
Sandy Claus?
We will go to Bill.
Fat beard guy, because I haven't seen this movie since the 90s.
We'll go to Alex.
I also said Sandy Claus.
And Jake.
I also said Sandy Claus.
Sandy Claus is correct. As we'll move on to your penultimate question in the category of biopics.
Oh, God.
Who plays the Queen of England in 2018's Mary, Queen of Scots?
Wow, this is embarrassing.
This is unfair. We're one with a British person.
I am not the writer.
But then again, how many times did he had to answer U.S. geography questions? So I guess it's kind of fair.
It's a trade-off, I guess. I don't. If you're not from America and the amount of questions you get about what things that are in America,
it's fine. So
I can't wait to get like a landmark question one day, like when the Canadians run their own league and it's some shit in like Quebec. 5.
I don't know what
Three.
Tim Hortons is. Why are you asking me about it?
Pens down. We'll go to Bill first.
Margot Robbie? I think she's from around there. I don't know.
We will go to Alex.
Margot Robbie.
Fuck off.
We will go to Jake.
Margot Robbie.
Oh my
We will
God.
go to Joe.
Marco Robbie.
Margot Robbie is correct.
Son of a bitch.
Tequila leads 13. Kumite has 11 as we go into the final question of the round, which is in the category of sci-fi fantasy. What monster does Godzilla fight in a 1962 film? I would be remiss to say, if Joe hits this, he has a perfect round.
But that's, I mean, none of us were. But for once, I wasn't alive when a movie came out. That has been asked about. That's old.
There we go.
I
5,
know I'm old. I found a great
4,
pube. That's when you know it's time to
3,
wrap it up.
2, 1. Hands down. We will start with Alex.
King Kong.
We will go to Jake.
Mothra?
We will go to Joe.
Mothra?
And we will go to Bill.
Fucking Mothra? Question mark.
King Kong is
Oh!
correct. So with that, no perfect rounds, and the round will end there.
But Alex, between the two of us.
14-11, Tequila Mockingbird's lead as we get into round number 2, which works like this. This is the wheel round. You're going to get a chance to spin from the lovely wheel from wheeltoside.com. If you like the category you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can opt multiple choice. It devalues it down to being only worth 1. You can spin again, but you're stuck with every land on the second time. Be aware there is stealing in the round as well. Your categories on the wheel tonight are post-1990 director filmography, fandom, Star Wars, 1990s romance, scores of soundtracks, music, directors, sci-fi fantasy, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Tequila Mockingbird, you're in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to Kumite?
This isn't fandom, so defer.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, then this will be the first spin for Kumite. And you land on the 1990s. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
It's not strength between the two of us. I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, because there's a couple categories I don't want. So I think this is
Let's
one
roll
we
with
can
it.
collaborate.
Yes,
do it.
very much.
All
I was
right.
alive then. It's great.
And
So was
I'll
I.
go ahead and give you your questions in the category of the 1990s, as I am the only one here. Your first question. Who directed Postcards from the Edge?
Was it Mike Nichols? I'm not 100%
Don't
confident.
think so.
So I think we should check down to multiple choice. Yeah,
Multiple
multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are, is it A, Martin Brest, B, Mike Nichols, C, Bill Condon, or D, Peter Bogdanovich?
Okay, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is Mike Nichols.
Go
I
for it.
don't think it. The only one there's only one other one I could think of that would have done it, and I don't think it's them. So I'm just gonna go with it.
Yep.
Mike Nichols, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point.
Shoot.
Your second question in the category of the 1990s. Who stars as scholarship student Chris in Scent of a Woman?
Chris
Chris
O'Donnell.
O'Donnell. Yeah.
Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Probably the best he's been in a movie. Your
Did you
third
start
question.
Batman and Robin like that? Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
The
Bill.
1997 film Volcano takes place primarily in what U.S. state?
It's California, right?
California.
Isn't it Los
Yep.
Angeles?
Mm-hmm.
I wanna
Yeah,
say
because
California.
it's the San Andreas. They name it
Yeah.
after that. Yeah, California. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. Your penultimate question in the category of the 1990s. In Oscar, Angelo Provolone intends to go straight and work at what type of location?
This fucking movie.
Did Brian Michaels write this question?
Might have fucking
have-
Jesus.
I have no clue. So unless you have something, let's just check down.
Yeah, because I haven't seen this movie in God knows how long. So
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, a bank, B, a law firm, C, a hospital, or D, a school?
I'm trying to remember when this was like a deep cut in Full Metal and like having to look this up, even though I didn't watch it. I think we
can
can
we get a repeat of the options?
Yeah.
All right, your repeat of the options. Is it A, a bank, B, a law firm, C, a hospital, or D, a school?
I don't know. Does he want to go to the other side of the law, or does he want to teach?
I think D, but I mean that's just a wild guess at this point. So
I have no.
If I miss it, it's on me. How's that?
Yeah. D, final answer.
That is incorrect. Tequila Mockingbird for the chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, a bank, B, a law firm, C, a hospital, or D, a school?
Here's my logic. You would go with what profession if it was teacher, lawyer, or doctor/nurse.
Yeah.
Whereas bank, it's trickier to name a profession. You wouldn't say bank teller, maybe, so I would go with that just on that logic.
Yeah. What is a bank?
Bank, final answer.
That's correct for a 1-point steal.
Okay.
I don't appreciate the writers being psychoanalyzed. Final question.
Right.
We're in the 1990s. How many men were in the room when the chest that contained the remains of Imhotep was opened in The Mummy?
Holy fuck.
Wait, what? How many
people were in the room when the chest was opened?
I need to hear that again. Like, yeah, I gotta repeat.
We'll take a repeat of that question then,
Yeah.
please.
Right. Your first repeat. How many men were in the room when the chest that contained the remains of Imhotep was opened in The Mummy?
Okay, so I think it's Rick and Jonathan, and I think it's either 3 or 4 other dudes, like from like the other group.
Okay.
So it's either 6 or 7. Those are probably both going to be multiple choice, but I kind of want to mitigate steals here. Yeah. So let's multiple this.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 6?
Okay. So because I'm trying to think if all of the people, the dudes from that other group were in there when the chest was opened, or if Jonathan was in the room or if he wasn't in the room. That's because I can kind of see the scene in my head, but it's just remembering who's in the room and who's not.
5.
We get another repeated options, right?
We'll take it.
Yeah, let's use that.
All right, your options again. Is it A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 6?
Yeah, I just gotta hope that Joe hasn't gotten around to this one yet for studying for next year.
You're on this year.
Yeah. I'll just go with what my initial gut was, and if it's wrong, I'm sorry.
Whatever.
6,
I already made
6, final answer.
That is incorrect. Tequila Mockingbird, the chance for the 1-point steal. Is it A, 3, B, 4, C, 5, or D, 6?
So Rick and Jonathan aren't there because they're in the lower chamber. I think it's the 4 that have their body parts taken by Imhotep. I just can't remember if Benny's left the room.
I couldn't tell you.
I think it's 4 because I think there were 4 of
Four.
the
It's fine.
files. 4, final answer.
That is correct for the 1-point steal. So at the end of Kumite's spin, they get the score up to 16. Those steals, though, put Tequila Mockingbird also at 16, as we'll bring back the wheel for Tequila Mockingbird's spin. Which land on the category of directors. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I think we fish.
Yeah.
Spin again, please, Carl.
All right, you'll be stuck with whatever you land on the spin. And it is spinner's choice.
Star Wars.
For old time's sake.
Well, this is fun.
Star Wars it is. All right. Your first question, Tequila Mockingbird, in the category of Phantom Star Wars. Tapoca City is featured in what movie?
What's the city?
Tapoca.
Tapoca City?
I don't believe that's ever named on screen.
Or
Want to repeat it, or do you want to go multiple?
Yeah, repeat the question.
that is the first repeat for Tequila Mockingbird. Your question again. Tapoca City is featured in what movie?
Doesn't immediately ring any bells for me.
I've deep cutted like every one of these. I don't think it appears on ever named on screen.
We can go to multiple choice.
Yeah, multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options is A, The Empire Strikes Back, B, Attack of the Clones, C, Revenge of the Sith, or D, Rogue One.
Yeah, it could be Rogue One, I suppose.
That's not the name of the planet. That's
5, 4, 3,
Repeat the options.
2.
Repeat the options, please.
All right, your options again is A, The Empire Strikes Back, B, Attack of the Clones, C, Revenge of the Sith, or D, Rogue One.
I'd go Rogue One, but I'm inclined to challenge it because like I said, I've deep cutted every one of these. I don't remember it coming up on screen.
we'll go Rogue One. Then.
Rogue One, final answer.
That is incorrect. Kumite, the chance for the 1-point steal is A, The Empire Strikes Back, B, Attack of the Clones, C, Revenge of the Sith, or D, Rogue One.
I would just say Attack of the Clones. Like,
Yeah, that's the one I've
I'm
seen
not-
the least, and I don't remember. So
Yeah, I'm
unless
pretty sure-
That's like, is that?
it might
Yeah, I
be.
don't know.
I'm trying. Let's just go with that.
Yeah, all right. They're
Whatever.
gonna challenge anyway.
Yeah, we're screwed anyway. Attack of the Clones, final answer.
That is correct for the 1-point steal.
Roll the Lion King clip.
Right. Back from the challenge, I'm guessing you're challenging?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Is that a challenge?
All right, back from the challenge. We have confirmed Tapoca City is said in the film. So Tequila Mockingbird will lose their challenge, and Kumite will retain that steal. Score 17, Kumite, Tequila 16. As we get to Tequila's second question in the category of Star Wars. Excluding the opening montage, how many planetary settings are featured in Star Wars: The Clone Wars?
Okay, so Tatooine, Coruscant, Teth, Christophsis. That's it.
I think so.
Cool. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question in the category of Phantom Star Wars. Who plays the Master Codebreaker in Star Wars: The Last Jedi?
Benicio del Toro. No.
The Master
Justin
Codebreaker
Theroux.
is yeah,
Justin Theroux, final
Justin
answer.
Thoreau.
That is correct.
Damn it! I
He was ready. He was ready.
I was so ready.
Oh, caught
Yeah.
myself.
Fourth question in Phantom Star Wars. What character has the call sign Red 6 in Star Wars: A New Hope?
Jack Hawkins.
Perkins. All right.
Hawkins, final answer.
Damn it!
That is correct for 2 more points.
Would have gotten that too.
And your final question. In Solo, what percentage of the coaxium does Lando want after Beckett removes the impounding clamps for him?
25.
You sure?
After. Lando wants is an issue with that because he removes.
2.
Wanna repeat.
Repeat the question.
That is your second repeat question again. In Solo, what percentage of the coaxium does Lando want after Beckett removes the impounding clamps for him?
I know Lando wants 25%. Then I think Beckett says he's removing 5% for taking the clamps off, but Lando wants 25%. But we haven't got a challenge. But
We can check down just to make sure.
Multiple
We're
choice.
ahead on points.
All right, multiple choice options are A, 40, B, 30, C, 25, or D, 20.
Well, that's fun. 25, final answer.
That is incorrect. Kumite, the chance for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, 40, B, 30, C, 25, or D, 20.
Yeah, because after it is initially 25, and then he takes 5% off of the cut for getting the thing off. So I believe it is 20.
Go for it.
Final 20. Final answer.
That is correct for the 1 point steal.
We
So
took 2 off him. Fucking
The wording on
A.
that's a little tricky because it's what's agreed, not what wants. But we haven't got a challenge, so it's all good.
So at the end of round number 2, Tequila Mockingbird holds the lead 22 to Kumite's 18. But anything happens to get into round number 3, which is the pick your poison round, and it works like this. You guys have put together a big board of categories from which to draft. You'll be drafting it again. Once a category is taken off the board, the other team cannot get that category. Once you each have 4 categories, you'll be receiving a question of 1, 2, 3, and 4 point value that you assign to each category. We'll go until it's a mathematical elimination and a winner. Any questions as we get into round number 3?
No.
Then your categories on the big board tonight are action adventure, fandom, directors, comic book movies, horror, comedy, 90s, and sci-fi fantasy. We will let those guys draft right now, and we'll be right back momentarily. All right, we are back. Our teams have drafted their categories. Since Kumite is behind me, we'll start with them. What would you like for your 1 point question?
Comic book movies.
Absolutely, sure.
All right, your 1 pointer in the category comic book movies. Who voices the villainous Queen Nimue in 2019's Hellboy?
2019.
Who the
It's,
fuck?
I believe it's Mila Jovovich.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure she's in that.
I didn't see this pile of shit, so yeah, go for it.
I did once on a plane. Mila Jovovich. Final answer.
That is correct. I fell asleep in a Chicago theater right next to Gabriel Millen and Cody Newberry. This movie
I fell
sucks.
asleep during the trailer.
Yes. Kumite, what would you like for your 2 point question?
All right.
Okay. Really, any of these at this point, I would be fine at any point value.
Okay.
My only thing is, like,
I feel like
90s in action. 90s in action. We can probably collaborate more on. Directors would be mostly on me. Probably. That's the only thing, though. It's like directors, I feel pretty good about most of the time.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm fine with. I think between the two, like, obviously, yeah, that was a pretty tough 90s round. So
Yeah.
I'm fine with either 90s or directors at 2. Because, well, I feel pretty confident in hitting either one.
Okay.
So I will leave it to you.
Oh, God
Because
damn it.
I'm indifferent.
What category then do we?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking, and I'm having an existential panic. So hold on.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I somehow always make the wrong choice. So, directors.
Okay. Directors for 2.
All right, your 2 pointer in the category of directors. Sidney Lumet directed which 1978 musical?
The Wiz. Final answer.
Did he really?
That is correct for 1 point. 2 points.
Two.
Sorry, 2 points. With that, Tequila still leads by 1. So Kumite, you'll have to answer your 3 pointer. What category would you like?
It's the same question either way. So
Yeah.
it's really doesn't matter.
Take the 90s one then. Sure.
All right. Yeah, we got 2 repeats if we need them.
Yeah, we do.
All right, so the 1990s, your 3 pointer.
Mm-hmm.
In Schindler's List, Oscar is given what item with the inscription, "Whoever saves one life saves the world entire"?
You would think I would have seen this movie more than once, being who I am, but no.
Fucking Tony Durso made me deep cut this fucking thing because he's a psychotic person. And I want to say, I also had the flu. That was fun. So I got to dig through a flu brain memory here.
You want to use a repeat here?
4, 3.
Repeat.
Yeah, let's use one repeat.
Is your second repeat. Your question again. In Schindler's List, Oscar is given what item with the inscription, "Whoever saves one life saves the world entire"?
Because I know he made like pots and pans and shit, but I think it was a watch.
A watch.
I'm not 100% confident, but that's the only thing that's coming into my mind right now.
That's okay. I have nothing better, so let's just say it.
Fuck it, a watch. Final answer.
That's incorrect. We're looking for a ring. A ring.
Okay, it was a ring.
So it comes down to Kumite's 4 in the category of action adventure. If they hit, Tequila Mockbird's going to have to answer some questions. If they miss, Tequila Mockingbird will win the game. Your 4-pointer in the category of action adventure.
That should be some movie I haven't seen.
What is the name of the villain played by Tina Turner in Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome?
Anti-entity.
Yep.
It's anti-entity.
Yep.
Final answer.
That is correct.
Your answers to question A's, boys.
Hey,
Coming soon to Fandom.
enjoy those movies while they last in melee.
25 for Kumite. Tequila Mockingbird now at 22.
We didn't get
You're
knocked out. That's all.
We didn't get knocked out. Yeah.
What
By the way,
category
just-
would you like for your 1-point question?
Good shit.
Do comedy for one.
Yeah, comedy for one. I'm happy with that.
Right, your 1-pointer in the category of comedy. Who plays Robbie's love interest Julia in The Wedding Singer?
I saw this once.
I may have never seen it at all.
Is it Drew Barrymore? I see. They all.
It is. It is Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Final answer.
That is correct for 1
Yeah.
point.
I thought.
What would you like for your 2-point question?
Horror.
Horror.
Horror, please.
All right, your 2-point in the category of horror. Josh Hartnett, Allison Pill, and Haley Mills have appearances in what 2024 horror film?
Trap.
Trap.
Trap. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
So 2 horror films about musicians. This
So,
was the what?
Here is the situation. We are tied at 25. If Tequila hits either their 3 or their 4, they will win the match. If they miss either or both, we'll be going to sudden death. What would you
Do
like?
it. Do it. Go to sudden death. Do it. I'm kidding. I'll shut up now.
Let's take the 3 in sci-fi.
Yeah.
And then we'll just have to bet on the 4.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
whatever.
happy with that.
If
We don't lose if we miss.
Yeah, this is fine.
All right, your 3-pointer in the category of sci-fi fantasy. What is the name of the TV show Jupe was on as a kid in Nope?
Oh. Doctor something?
I did rewatch it, but it was a while ago. I did like this movie as well.
5,
Yeah.
4,
I'm happy not to go on a repeat.
No, it's fine.
1.
Nothing.
All right. Well, the answer we're looking for was Gordy's Home.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to this: Tequila, your 4-pointer in the category of fandom. If you hit it, you win. If you miss, we are going to sudden death. Your
How many
question:
repeats do we have?
This one.
Just one.
In The Matrix Resurrections, what is the name of the game Thomas is working on at Deus Machina?
Man. Stop. I do know this a minute. It's the one I could definitely hit on Mock.
Yeah. I don't remember it.
Shit.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat it.
That is your final repeat. Your question again in the category of fandom. In The Matrix Resurrections, what is the name of the game Thomas is working on at Deus Machina?
It's got to be some meta thing.
Yeah.
Five,
Reload.
4, 3, 2,
Second Life, final answer.
and we are going to sudden death. The answer we were looking for was binary. Binary.
Fair.
Guys, I was fucking kidding. I'm sorry. I feel like I jinxed it.
All right, we are here in sudden death. First team to take a lead will win. Tequila, you have no repeats. Kumite, you have 1 repeat. That carries over. Your first question here in sudden death is, what city is City of God set in? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm sorry.
Hands down. We will start with Jake.
Rio de Janeiro.
We will go to Joe.
Rio de Janeiro.
We will go to Bill.
Sorry, Jake. I wrote Paris.
We will go to Alex.
Sorry, Joe. I wrote Paris.
Oh my god!
Rio de Janeiro is correct, but we are still tied, so we'll go to the next question. Who directed Life is Beautiful?
I don't know how to spell his name, but I can pronounce it. Do I? I don't get to go first.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. I'll start with Joe.
Federico Fellini.
We will go to Bill.
Roberto Benigni.
We will go to Alex.
Langley.
And we will go to Jake.
Roberto Benigni.
And your winners, Kumite, Roberto Benigni is the correct answer. What a hell of a game. My God. Sudden death, 2 questions deep with these two. I think both teams should feel very good about what happened here today. So we'll go ahead. We'll start with our second place finishers first, Alex and Joe here with Tequila Mockingbird. Guys, hell of a game. Honestly, 14 for 16 in round 1 as a team. You each, I think, only missed 1 question. So it's a pretty incredible performance out of both of you that did pretty well in Star Wars. Just kind of came down to those details where when you have a category so deep, it's easy to mix up and maybe even overthink certain scenarios in certain areas. But you guys played one hell of a game down to the end. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah, I mean, going into this, I think we both thought that Kumite were going to sort of go on a bit of a tear with it. I'm a little bit concerned about Star Wars. I'm still in my head, like even after the challenge, I'm still 98% sure that name of that city is not said. But challenge was made, it was ruled on, so we sort of go from there. Yeah, just unfortunate. Like the 3 and the 4, I think multiple choice. The multiple choice ones get hit. Just the way it goes sometimes. Really happy with the round 1 performance, and even things like, yeah, I think both of us played really well. But we ain't going to change things.
No.
We might be changing a few things.
No, it was cool. To like kind of rise to the occasion of like, we're not going to win this match, but while we're here, yeet. And just to swing as many points as we did in round 1, and then
7
to take points away from them in steals, and then have the points go that way, and then they come back, and then we get this close, go back to sudden death. Like this was like a really exciting match, and like that's what I'm here for. I genuinely, if I never win a match, I would not have been ever surprised. This whole season has been a delight. Yeah. Joe is like awesome to team with. I think this is actually the end of the season. I think they told us last time.
This is actually the end of the season.
This is it, right?
But you will be back next year, believe me. You guys, 4-3 record is nothing to sneeze at as a rookie team. You got to play 7 matches in 1 year as a rookie team. It means you guys did something right. If nothing else, you played a lot of hard teams. You won a lot of matches that you probably didn't feel like you should have. Today, you didn't quite win it, but oh my God, you matched their accuracy beat for beat throughout the game. You played great against people who have held belts. I would not hang your head. You guys played great. Is there any team you're hoping to face when you get back here next year?
Let's knock those guys down a peg.
They've definitely spent too much time on their high melee horse, and they need to be brought down a peg.
There you go. All right. We'll see you guys next season as we'll bring in our winners today, Kumite. Close one, a nail biter here. It feels like that's been like your MO all year, Jake. It's through trios, through every teams match you played. It's just been like it comes down to the wire. And the last couple, it feels like it didn't quite fall your way. Today it does. That's got to feel great. How are you feeling about the game?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Coming into this one, I was kind of having a little bit of an existential trivia crisis because I had lost like between trios and then teams. I mean, I'd lost 4 matches in a row, and like I hold myself to such a high standard that just didn't compute with me, even though like obviously like they were all incredibly close matches that came down to the last question. So it's just luck was not on. Really, it was more luck not being on my side. But then like just for us, like our last 2 losses were to the teams that went on to win the title. So it's like we were playing against extremely high level competition, and you're not always gonna win. So like I came into this match pretty relaxed, but I did really want to win. And as the match was going on, I was starting to panic a little bit. As soon as they spun Star Wars in round 2, I thought we were done. The full stop. I think Bill thought it too. And round 3,
I think Toho thought it.
Yeah, I think anybody who watches
anybody with a brain would have been like, "Oh, you guys are fucking toast."
Anybody who somehow watches this and doesn't know the outcome will think, "Oh, these guys are so screwed." And then round 3 obviously has been, at least for me, between trios and teams, has been like my curse. So to get a 4-pointer in round 3 felt really good, and then it was just sudden death. You just kind of had to sweat it, and those guys played amazing. Like that should be the headline from this match more than we saw. We got away with one here. Like we should not have won this match. Like they outplayed us for pretty much the whole game.
Yeah.
And we just got lucky that they missed their 3 and 4, and that it came down to a sudden death question we both knew. But they played phenomenal.
Yeah. Speaking of which, and I did this in our last match together. I want to do that here. Can we bring in the other team real quick? Is that okay? Yeah.
Sure. There we go.
Guys, I'm fucking sorry. I feel like I really willed that into the universe, and I will never not feel bad about that at all. So here's what I'm going to do. Alex, I'm going to need you to yeet me as I say all this. Is that okay? Could you do that? Cool. You guys are fantastic. I love both of you. You are amazing players. Seriously. Also, fun fact, this is the first time I've ever actually beaten either of you in anything. Every time I faced you both in other leagues, you have spit in my asshole. It is just brutality on another level. But I do really feel bad. I will make that up to you guys. I don't know like what you got. I'll get some Jammy Dodgers sent over to Joe's house because those are fucking tasty. I fucking love me some Jammy. And then Alex, you like eating Cheetos in the bed, right? If I remember right.
That's all I like.
Yeah. All right. So I get you guys some Cheetos. I am sorry. I just feel bad about that, but here it is. So unlike Jake, I am used to losing. I do it a lot. I'm real good at it. I got real comfortable with doing loss speeches, and then somehow in my last loss, I almost won. So it was crazy, and then I actually won my last match. How that happened? Because did you build things of magically pulling answers out? So it was weird. I got a director's question right. I can't believe I remembered that. That movie's also very depressing. So
I believe it.
Yeah. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Yeah, we got a show to run. Ice your shoulder, man. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Fair enough. You guys have played a great game today. Both teams, both of you, all of you here. But you guys played fantastic, and you will be back pretty soon. Not this year. The year's done. The year's done. Like in like a week, you're gonna see like turmoil and shit. So like it's done. But you guys will be back. Who are you hoping to play when you come back next season?
There's one answer when it comes to Kumite. Everyone knows.
Oh, really?
It.
Oh, because
Yeah.
I have 2 or 3, but let's hear yours.
Oh, the one answer, because we've literally never played them, is Bullets Over Broadway.
Yep.
Like we got it. That has to happen.
I mean, please, can we?
They've been calling us
someone?
out.
It's
Yeah,
possible.
they've been calling us out. So
It is not out of the realm of possibility that you could be on a collision course with Bullets at some point in the future. So I think everyone would love to see Bar versus Meltzer again in teams. I think that'd be really fun.
Also, Coho, what team are you in?
What team am I on?
Yeah, what team are you in?
I am currently a free agent.
Okay, get a team member, play us, so we could, because kids may not remember, our promo battles used to be fucking legendary.
They used to be great.
And I think we need to, I need prick Coho back again. Like I get that you're lovable, Coho. I need the guy that's gonna call me like a fat sack of fat, you know, like and just take a shit on my family. I need that. One more time.
I think you are the only person that I've ever received the like feedback card that says "Bring back the king." Like bring back the king. Only person that's
we used to say to each other. I vividly remember you flipped me off backstage when I called you Kmart Slim Shady in that one match. So you were real pissed about that.
oh man, what a time that was.
What a time to be alive. But thank you guys for playing, all 4 of you. I'm just going to throw you guys out of here so then Cody doesn't yell at me. He has to have this one. But thank you guys so much for watching. A great game here in Movie Melee Teams Division. For everyone here, that has been Jake. That has been Bill. That has been Alex. That has been Joe. I've been Caleb. This has been not Fan Fights. Whoa, Movie Melee. I'll see you guys real soon with another great match.
You had one job. Just the one?